Origin story time. It's time to take y'all back exactly to the beginning and the inception of the whole YWY philosophy, my whole self-discovery journey. I gotta ask you before we dig into this, are you one of these people who expect overnight results? Are you really ready to put in 10 years of psychological pain, physical pain, spiritual pain, and all through that, hold on to that one desire, which is to have the truth, be the truth, seek the truth, and then become everything you were incarnated that you know you wanted to be, everything you were inspired to be. You never sell out. Are you really ready to go 10 years with never selling out your vision to manifest everything that you truly desire? Now, I got to put it like this. 2012, December 31st, myself, SSJ, Will Striker, those are my day one YWYers, you feel me? Those are my brothers for life. Shouts out to them. On that day, the last day of 2012, right before the New Year's party, I copped a microphone. I said, we going into this year and we gonna swag up on some real bass shit. So what is bass? I gotta take y'all back. What is bass? YWY is birthed out of being based, and these are just the facts. What does it mean to be based? Shouts out to 𝐿𝐵, the bass god, who was my first ever mentor. Direct relationship. It is what it is. I'm not jacking it for fucking clout. I'm speaking my motherfucking life story, nigga. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna just keep it real the whole way. YWY, your world is yours, came out of being based. What does it mean to be based? Being based is a philosophy and mindset that came from 𝙁𝐵, the bass god, who was a rapper out of Berkeley, California. And being based means to be positive and to be yourself. So back in my senior year of high school, it's like winter time. I come back from Sudan in September, senior year now. All my friends are hitting this cooking dance. There's this song called Wonton Soup out. Hit that wonton soup. Work that wonton soup swag, right? So I'm like, all right, this is a vibe, you feel me? Then I start listening more to the music, right? I'm like, this nigga ain't shit. Most people, when they first hear 𝙁𝐵, like, this nigga sucks, you feel me? But I kept listening, you feel me? Then I started to discover that this dude was onto some shit. Like, behind all the bitches on my dick, behind all the swag, behind all the I'ma fuck your bitch, fuck my bitch bass guy, was a whole lot of backstory and real hearty information and wisdom. So I'm like listening, and it got deeper. I'm listening to everything based. I'm listening to Red Flame, Evil Red Flame, you know, fucking everything, bro. MySpace collection, you know, fucking Angel's Exodus. I'm listening to Six Kiss. I'm listening to all these mixtapes. And I'm starting to hear behind all the relative chauvinism or just the self-embrace, you know, just machismo swag, you feel me? Behind the swag was an individual who changed their life. This individual, Brandon McCartney, 𝙁𝐵, the bass god, my first mentor, was an individual who was 16, born in Berkeley, was jacking cars and shit. This story is out there. He tells a story as well. He was jacking cars and shit, you feel me, into negative shit, robbery, all this other shit, right? Negative shit. And he's 16 years old or so, facing 36 years in prison, right? And he did all the programs and shit like that, got himself out, beat the case, you feel me, and changed his life. He said, I went from being a goon and being negative to being positive, right? So he put all the negative shit behind himself, started really embracing his individuality, individual creativity, individual energy, right? And leveling up on different levels of spiritual ascension. Now, there's 32 levels of bass, you feel me? And I'm going to get into that another time, but you'll be surprised at what these levels of bass did. And young Sheikhy Chic, before Sheikhy Chic was Sheikhy Chic, he was Sheik Mackey. Young Sheik Mackey went through these levels of bass and took bass very serious. Now, it was amazing to me because all I knew was that it clicked in my head that senior year that no matter what you were born into, your they call it a caste system, your socioeconomic status, intersectional variables. I'm talking about your gender, your race, your socioeconomic class. No matter what these things added up to, you could start out in the gutter and end up in the fucking stars. You feel me? So that was the back end of the inspiration that it was that little. That's why I went to school and went to Hunter, and you know everything was all about understanding the different dynamics. That's why I study sociology as well. Fucking humanism has always been the case. Self-actualization has always been the case. And that's what bass really meant for me. It was about self-actualizing who I was and really never letting go, because you got to understand, this world is full of haters. This world is full of people who don't love themselves. This world is full of people who gave up on themselves. This world is full of people who just want to suppress you because they suppress themselves. So when you become bass, what that means is you fully love yourself. You have a golden heart. You have the golden shining heart of a baby. You feel me? And you just go out there and straight swag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you take your individuality and you be positive to the maximum. You embrace your talents, you embrace your personality, you embrace yourself at the highest level. And although at the beginning, you're gonna bump your head, because everybody sees me now and I'm talking all the spiritual enlightenment and I'm telling people discipline, but you can't teach these kids, man. They gotta learn their own lessons. Facts. You feel me? So that's what I had to do. You have to start out and understand that once you get on the path, and you start to go on your path of self-discovery, it's going to be onset by an initiation process. And the initiation process may begin here. It may have begun elsewhere. Each mentor, each teacher, each spiritual guide is going to serve as an initiator into a process. And that's what bass was for my young self. That shit is the most pivotal and foundational premise of everything that is YWY. Because before I established YWY, which was in 2012, I was bass since 2010. You feel me? So it was a whole epoch of self where I'm just embracing myself. I was going through high school. I came back. I started going through puberty. All the girls that didn't used to like me started liking me. Girls is fighting over me. Birds getting jealous. Mean girls shit everywhere. I'm fucking this big. I'm lit. You feel me? And I embraced that whole swag. Like, I'm a fucker face. You feel me? So that's why when y'all see me a lot, it might confuse y'all, but being bass is really at the foundation of everything. You feel me? It's called being gutter with the intellect. You feel me? Like, that's the thing. A lot of people think that you have to be some type of square to be enlightened. It's the day and age where I know some real gangsters. I'm talking about hard body motherfuckers, did 10, 12, 15, came out crazy. You feel me? I'm talking about some real gangsters that's spitting more enlightenment than Bill Nye the fucking science guy and fucking Stephen Hawking. You feel me? So whatever your world is yours, the origin story all starts out with being based, right? So we started going through the levels. Then, so 2013 starts, we start putting out the bass freestyles. What is bass freestyle? Bass freestyle is stream of consciousness, flow state rap, where you don't move by any boundaries, any limits. You basically fucking get a beat, you press record, you say whatever you say, nothing premeditated, everything impromptu, everything spontaneous, everything on the spot, and you just let your soul out and you just swag. And that was a very key and pivotal fucking training of development of self-embrace and creativity for myself. Because at the end of the day, once you get on that level, you just getting into flow state and you say whatever you say and you be yourself and you leave that track record of just different states of consciousness. So for anybody watching this video, click the link in the description, 𝙎𝙝𝙚𝙐𝑒𝑖𝑐.bandcamp.com. I got 400 plus free songs for y'all. Y'all could go back and hear everything before 2017, because between 2013 and 2017, I had my epoch in bass world, right? So we went into bass world. It got totally lit. I'm backstage with 𝙁𝐵. I'm doing this. I'm in the spot. I'm saying? I'm gonna lay out the life story so that people can learn from it. I don't need the clout. I don't need none of the bullshit. But people need to hear where the fuck all of this YWY, Sheikhy Chic, where does this confidence come from? Where does this bravado come from? Where does this heart and this drive and this will come from? And it really all started with being bass. Being bass was the first thing. Then after that, I was in Sudan, and I remember I smoked some weed. I'm on my laptop at like 2 in the morning, and then YWY came to me as an inception. But being bass is being positive and being yourself and embracing your individuality and not giving a fuck, right? YWY became a lot of the science of that. So I started going to school, and I had to get my intellect up because I needed to be able to not just be myself and be positive, but I needed to have the knowledge to be able to defend myself against people who would suggest that I should not be myself, which is what 90 99.999% of the world is actually doing. If you get truly spiritually attuned to life, you'll realize that most people are walking suggestions of repression and suppression. And very few people like myself, when we're walking in the streets, you can feel that we don't project suppression. We only project space for people to be positive. And if you try to project suppression at us or suggest that we suppress or limit ourselves, that's when we defend ourselves. But we're not walking around actively suggesting that everybody suppress themselves, right? Egoism versus egotism. Anyway, YWY, your world is yours. The origin stories is about to start dropping. Y'all gotta understand the base of Sheikhy Chic, the base of YWY, your world is yours, starts out with being based. And what does it mean to be based? Based is the idea and lifestyle and mindset of being positive, being yourself, embracing your individuality to the highest degree, and not giving no fucks whatsoever. So I was smoking weed, I was the fucking man, I thought, you feel me? But you see how life is gonna deal you cards, and in that journey, you learn how to then reverse all of that and become exactly what I'm teaching y'all to become. But it's not fair to not tell a story. So YWY, your world is yours. It all starts out with being bass. Shouts out to 𝙁𝙁𝙁, the bass guy, Brendan McCartney, big bro. You know I love you. You know, shit went left, shit went sour. You know, there was a lot of lack of character development in a lot of different places, and that's what I'm gonna ascribe it to. You know, but through all of the fucking fire, here we are in the motherfucking sky, ripped, sober, fucking enlightened. We getting money, we getting muscle, we improving our discipline, we spreading that love, and we staying sober, and we just straight passing on this wisdom to the world and being examples of everything that we need to be for what? Not only ourselves, but for everybody around us. I love y'all. I'm on that YWY shit. Y'all gotta understand the origin stories is crazy. Like I said, we started making the tracks, jumped in the bass world. Stay tuned for the next story. Yeah, it's really like